my name is Angela Cangiano, and I'm your Micro Automation Product Specialist with B&M here in Southern California. Today, we're going to talk about PID loops. Machine builders rely on PID loops to accurately control how a process responds to feedback in a system. For example, you can slow down a running motor, or you can turn on a fan to regulate the temperature inside a machine. This is a practice that many of you are good at. But for some reason, it's also one that some of you spend way too much time and money perfecting. In the market, you will find PID controllers that are overly complicated to set up and a nightmare to tune correctly. The Siemens S7-1200 will reduce your time setting up your PID loops with no need of a separate PID controller. Do away with the endless trial and error troubleshooting by properly tuning your PID loop with the TIA software. Let's set one up in under 6 minutes and see how easy it is with the S7-1200. So let's get started. This is the main page on our TIA software. We're going to add a PID controller to regulate the temperature on a heater. So let's first start by selecting PLC programming. We're going to add a new block. And we're going to start by adding an organization block, and it's going to be a cyclic interrupt. In order for the calculation of the values in the PID control block to be correct, it has to be called out on regular intervals, so that we need to add the cyclic interrupt to call out the control block that way. So that's why we added that first. So now that it's added into our program, we're going to go to Instructions, open up Technology, and here you'll find PID Control. We're going to open that up. And now Siemens gives you a few options. We have a PID Compact that's a universal PID controller used for a wide range of applications. PID 3-step, which is used for the integration of actuators or controlling of valves. And PID temp, which is for cooling and heating or the regulation of temperature. We're going to go ahead and keep it pretty simple and use the universal PID control block. So double click on that. Now we have to add some tags. So we're going to add our set point. We'll leave it at set point. And our input, we're going to use actual temp. For our output, we'll go ahead and add our heater. Now we want to give focus to the whole block and right click and define our tags. The set point is a global memory, so that's fine. The actual temperature is not a memory. It's going to be a global input. The heater is also not a global memory. It's going to be an output. And we're going to go ahead and define it. Now we need to configure our block. So we're going to select this little toolbox here. Remember I said that we use the PID, the universal block, but it can be used in a wide range of applications. So we want to select this and select what we're working with, which is temperature. And we can go ahead and leave it in Celsius. The inputs and the outputs parameters, we want to select this. Remember, some of the technology blocks, it won't always give you the input as an analog, so you want to make sure that we select analog 60 Hz card thermocouple input onto our PLC. For our output, we're going to go ahead and change this to the PWM. That way it can send pulses to our digital output. And that's all we really have to configure. You can play around with some of these settings and limits depending on what your situation is, your application is. You can kind of play around with them and get familiarized with them, but these are the ones you actually need. So we're going to give focus onto the PLC, save our project, and download. Once we do that, we're going to go ahead and commission our PID block. We're going to do split screen here. And here we're going to give focus to our cyclic interrupt. Here you will want to make sure that you're online, so you would go online here first. And you would go online with this block, and the way you'll know this block is online is you'll see a green outline on this block. You're going to change your set point, and you're going to define it, and you're going to add a value to it. Once you do that, we're going to hit start. Once you hit start, you will see this blue curve on the graph that's indicating the set point that we've determined. Once we've done that, you will select Start Tuning, and that will start creating the points to the green graph that you see on here, and that will get closer and closer until it reaches the set point that we've indicated. And now your PID loop is ready to go. Stop wasting your time and money setting up multiple PID controllers in addition to your main PLC. As we saw, the S7-1200 will easily commission and tune your PID loops so that you can focus on making money. I mean machines. Give me a call and I'll help you close the loop. Have a wonderful day.